Hey everybody, Andrew here. Sorry it's been so long. Had a few things going on. Today I want to share from Matthew 22:39. Basically, this is what I've been thinking. Our world is such a beautiful place, but has a lot going on at the moment. Enough to make me cry occasionally while watching the news, or almost cry. And I don't usually do that. But lately we've had a few more than normal incidences where terrorism has reared its ugly head and hate has been the main feature of the news more than love. And so, no better time is it to really talk about Matthew 22:39. Jesus gave two commands, and they were to sum up all the law and the prophets. And I want to talk to you about the second one. It was love one another as you love yourself. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. And while we're in a time where the news is really featuring how not to do it, us Christians need to stand up and do the opposite. We have to act in the opposite spirit, fueled by Jesus Christ with the Holy Spirit in us. So I was praying about this, and God gave me one main feature of how we can love each other a bit more and maybe be able to reverse some of what's going on at the moment. Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, I'm in Bribey Island. I'm visiting family, so hence the cool place with the ocean. Anyway, sorry about that. So here's the one thing that I think is really important. Time. Whilst there's always been hate in the world, there seems to be a growing amount of it, or at least a growing amount to be able to notice it. Inversely, in our societies, there seems to be a lessening amount of how much time we have. Now, of course, that's ridiculous. We got 24 hours at just like any other time in history, that is. And yet, you and I would like to say this is a problem of the West, but I don't think it's limited to the West, seem to be having a shortage of time. So how do we love each other, like love one each other as we love to love ourselves? Or as we're supposed to love ourselves? Time. We're so busy. We're so preoccupied. We're so rushed trying to get things done, hopefully aiming to our goals, and yet a lot of us still feel as if it's not quite enough. So this is my challenge to you. Give those you love and those you don't even know yet some more time. Deliberately set aside time in your week, prayerfully. Ask God to help you do it, because gosh, I know how difficult it is. Ask God to help you. Because it's amazing how we might want to love each other, or love one another as we're supposed to love ourselves. And by the way, we're meant to do both. And yet we often cut ourselves off from the very thing that gives us the ability to do so, time. Have you got time set aside so that, just like the Good Samaritan, if someone was on the side of the road and almost dying, that you'd actually be able to stop to help? Or simpler, smaller than that, have you got the time set aside so that if a friend that you think might be feeling down could be comforted and looked after? I've also often heard that character is formed in the little things and shown in the big things. Put aside time today so that you can spend more time with God and so that you can spend more time with others. Cool. Alright, till next time. Bye.